there was there was this PhD student in my lab, and she got this idea around um, uh, developing things with the cooking and with the ingredients that are already at home. What if I make an app that I just give it the ingredients that I already have at home, and it suggests me some recipes from everywhere, and I can also get the option of checking out a recipe with the highest nutritional value, with the least nutritional value, anything like that. So out of that was born her PhD thesis. So this was something which inspired a lot of people in insight. She was from Bangladesh, and her whole PhD thesis was around ingredients, recipe recommendations, and it was a very fun piece of work. So my point is, if you remove that mental block in your head, if you try to think, talk to people, tech people, different people, even from medicine, even from business, even from accounting, even from marketing, you will get ideas. You will have this sort of, creativity sparks in your mind about, okay, this is something that is needed out there to you. So how do you get ideas? You talk to people, you analyze. Even on, if you go on Facebook, you see the different kinds of posts, different kinds of questions people are asking. You get an idea of there is a need of this kind of tool out there. You investigate patterns in people's questions, and then you see what's already available, what kind of apps are already out there, and what's not. These days there's something very interesting going on Twitter. There's a game called Wordle, and almost everybody is hooked to it. Even it became so famous that New York Times bought it within a span of like 2 weeks or so. So it was very basic. It's just a game. You complete puzzles. You find 5 letter or 4 letter words hidden in those puzzles, and it gives you points. And people are hooked to it because people are enjoying it. So this was a very simple idea, and now that guy is a millionaire. So that's what I'm saying, to talk to people, to analyze, to see what kind of things people enjoy. Now, this is an idea I have been having for quite some time. Uh, and this is based on my experience with how things get hard when you are a new mom in a foreign country with no help around, because we don't have our families here to help with new babies. So we suffer a lot. What if we have an app? We have something like all the moms in my neighborhood get subscribed to that app, and each mom can also put in various alerts. So let's say someone is under feeling that they're close to postpartum depression or even baby blues, or someday I couldn't, the baby was in such a state that I couldn't cook anything, so I put up a thing like hungry. So by default, the buttons next to my name will can have these type of statuses, and I can just uh, put a check on them. Someone might say, some skeptics among us, oh, Facebook already has these type of things, we just put a status. But the thing is, uh, Facebook Meta, the company, the parent company as it's now called, is no longer being used by many people. There are many privacy issues. Secondly, it doesn't cater to all kinds, to a specific kind of niche problem, such as this, the one I'm talking about. Although some in your friend circle may put up a status, but chances are you can miss it. But with this kind of app for only moms in your neighborhood, moms that you know, your friends, you can add it's you can kind of create various social networks, like, okay, these are my work colleague moms, the new moms in my workplace, the new moms in my neighborhood, the new moms from among my friends, the new moms from among the city from where I used to live before this, things like that. You can have something like a tea button, chat button, cook me dinner button, and when somebody clicks it, some mom who's available can just quickly do that. So that's one idea. And this is a sample interface. I thought about this. So this is, let's say this is my phone, and this is one screen of it. It's my neighborhood and the moms in my, now the red color mom, it shows that this mom is under a lot of stress and she needs help very quickly. So this is the PPD status. So if someone is going through a lot of trouble, and chances are that they're under depression or something, so they can put up the PPD alert, and then their name will appear in red, and all of your friends can rush to her. Then you can click this buddies buttons or plans buttons. You can make plans. Okay, I have a plan to go to Dundrum for shopping today, so who can join me? And then another mom can join in right that instant. So these kind of apps are not out there, and I felt that there is a need for this kind of stuff. If I would have access to such an app, I would definitely use it. My friends would use it. I'm pretty sure all my friends in my neighborhood would use it. So this is what you have to come up with. Uh, I just spent like 10 minutes on Adobe Creative Software creating this interface, and just like 2 or 3 minutes for this slide. That's all you have to do for the hackathon. Just send us two slides, 2 or 3 slides with some screenshots, that idea for the app that you have, and with some, features about it, what does it do, its basic functionality, and that's all you have to send us. Then there's another app that I thought about, because a lot of people are buying their first home these days. And that's always the case, that you would always have first time buyers. But the thing is, in Ireland, property has become so expensive. It's almost a dream come true, and a dream that's going far and far away from many young couples, young families, and even single people. So they're trying to look in areas that are not much known. It's very, very hard to buy in the well known areas now. So, but the thing is, we don't know much about that area. So, is there anybody who can? We usually go around on Facebook asking on groups, but that helps, but to a degree, only to some degree. What about I create an app, and I have this map of Ireland in that app, and I hover over the map, and various indices about the area pop up, like what is the deprivation index, how many schools, how many uh, secondary schools, how many primary schools, what about the crime rates, and all this data is publicly available, and it can easily be integrated into your app. But that's not the thing. You don't have to develop it right now. You just have to think of the idea. But even if I go for this particular idea, even if I go about thinking to hire a developer to get all the data, it's pretty easy to make, and I can like make it if I leave my current job and I start to do such development. It's just a matter of 2 or 3 months that such an app can be developed. And then you also using the property price register, which is publicly available, you skim through you also have an interface, a button that can show you house prices in the area, and potential friends you can make. Like you put in your own demographic. Okay, I'm from Pakistan, are there any people from Pakistan in this area, people from which country people are in this area. That all of that data is available from Central Statistics Office of Ireland, and they keep it in CSV files, or even different formats to for you to be able to download, and you can integrate it in your app. So this is another idea that I had, and it hardly took me like 5 or 10 minutes to come up with this slide. So that's what you have to do. I didn't make the interface page for this, but it's pretty easy if you want to. So any questions so far? Or maybe, okay, I'll take all the questions towards the end, hopefully. Uh, yeah. So, what are why do you would you want to take part in this? What are the benefits? Okay, first of all, you get one for all vouchers, which my company is sponsoring, because they're all for. Recently, a lot of companies are promoting diversity, EDI, equality, diversity, and inclusion, because there are very few women in fields such as tech. They're scared, or I don't know whatever reason, but they do want to increase the numbers of women in these areas. That's why they're encouraging through different initiatives. So I just approached them with this idea, and they said, okay, we can easily sponsor one for all vouchers for participation. Second thing that we can offer you, IPA, not Affinity. Affinity will not own the IP or anything of your idea. You can just send it without any fear. It will be with me. Or if you don't trust me with your idea, I just gave you two ideas, though, my own ideas. Anyways, so if you don't trust me, you can send it to IPA's email address, which I'll give at the next slide. So you can get more mentoring on how to develop your idea. In Ireland, we are very lucky to be in such a place which is a technology hub. And there are many, many ways to, if you have an idea around technology, you have many incubators, many startup funds and things like that. So you can join these places, and you have to write a proposal, and writing a proposal is kind of like writing a paper, but not exactly like writing a paper. It's somewhat tricky. There are some aspects, but then you can get mentoring from us on how to do that. take your idea to different people in government and get some funding, not just government, maybe some VCs, venture capitalists, or how to get money for development if you want to really develop a company out of your idea. And that's very much possible. People have done it. We hear these stories about Google, Apple, and all of them starting from their garage. So it just didn't happen overnight. They got an idea, they talked to people, they went through funding agencies, VCs, and different people. So we can give you some direction around that if you are interested. So that's the incentive. Now, what do you do? Just like the slides I showed you of your idea. So a clear name for the app, features about it, some screen interfaces if you can develop in some very, even you can use MS Paint for it. It's so simple. So you just send your entry in that form of 2-3 slides to me. That's my email. Or if you don't trust me, you can send it to info@ippa-ireland.ie. Include the names of all your team members along with their emails, and we will announce the results on 8th of March. And the winning entry can present to us, myself and Brother Khalid, and we can then decide on how to further mentor you, and we will decide on a mutual date. So it's not going to be a public presentation if you're scared that your idea will be all over the world and someone might steal it. So it can just be uh, to me and Brother Khalid for further deciding on what course of action you can take. So that's it. Now I'll be taking the questions, and you can reach me out on Twitter, where I tweet a lot about this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's it. Now I'll be taking your questions.
Thank you, Sister Arjman. So if you want, you can put your Twitter handle in the chat as well, so that the participants, they can follow you there. And first question that's coming is there any costs involved in submitting your idea by this platform, or is it free of cost?
No, it's free of cost. You just have to send your idea. Just think of an
Sure.
idea and send it.
Oh, okay, very good. And is there any guidance that can be provided if someone wants to get their idea registered as intellectual property, or IP as we call it? Um,
Yes. We plan to expand on that also, because we have some people in IPPA who are running their own businesses and stuff.
mhm.
So the plan is to further support you in that
Yeah,
if you're interested.
sure. Thanks for that. And Hiba has a question that can we do it individually, or does it have to be in a group? Okay, I think she joined late. She missed the question. I think where the rules were. You want to share the rules again? Just
Yeah, just one more member, two female members at least.
right.
Because it always helps to have somebody from within uh, another area, or when someone else probes you about your idea, you're always going to refine it. It's not going to get worse, it's going to get better. I've always have that feeling that it's good to have at least two people on it in your team. You can have more, of course, but don't try not to do it alone.
Sure. Yeah. But I'd say do send your ideas anyway. And if you're unable to get another
Yeah.
partner,
Yeah.
so we'd prefer if it's a team of at least 2 members and they come with a collective idea. So yeah. So I think we will get back to you guys later on via our social media platforms, the final date when we'll be presenting the winning idea. For the moment, we don't have any more questions. Thank you for joining today's webinar. And thank you once again, Dr. Arjuman, for a really nice presentation and mentoring us regarding what a hackathon is and what we can do via um, these mobile apps for the Pakistani women in Ireland. Really thankful to you for your time, and thank you to all the participants. And we'll be posting a video of this recording. A recording of this video later on our YouTube channel as well. Thanks very much. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.